Shalom. I'll give honor and praises. Yahweh. Sure. Oh, sorry, sure. Kokodash, the body shit, ocean, possible great most own time and chooses Suchi. Citations to hopeful that spirit of the performance art. Remember another video entitled we have a sure reward. I'm gonna start here in Proverbs 11:18. It reads, "The wicked work is a deceitful work, but to him that sows righteousness shall be a sure reward." Okay, I'm gonna read in the NLT. It's evil people get rich for the moment, okay? But the reward of the godly will last. All right. And the wicked, okay, they're rich. Okay. You're talking about the Shali, right? They own they control the finance, they control your food, they control your government, they control, your music, all the daily things, necessities you need, or just entertainment and comfort, they control it, right? But that's only for a moment, okay? But the righteous, which is the true righteous, are, those brothers, okay, and sisters that are sincerely and truthful laboring, right, patiently in this truth, okay, patiently laboring in this truth, right, sowing good fruits, okay, righteous works, right. They reward will last, okay. The word sure means firmness, okay, reliable, continuously, okay, and reward. Higher wages, all right? Every man receiving 1 penny, okay, that represents what? Salvation. Ultimately, we're gonna the sure reward it starts with salvation. Salvation, okay, being delivered from the judgment, okay, being delivered from judgment. Being delivered for the judgment of the wicked, okay? Because what's the judgment of the wicked? Thermonuclear fire. So we're gonna be delivered from thermonuclear fire, all right? 1 Corinthians 15 and 53. 1 Corinthians 15 and 53. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High, neither does corruption inherit incorruption. Okay? Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, which means last destruction, okay? For the trump shall sound, or the last yeah, especially that just goes into for the trumpet shall sound, the dead should be raised incorruptible, and we should be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. Okay, so for this corruptible must put on, which are referred to new bodies. Okay, celestial bodies, all right, heavenly bodies, godly bodies, just like Yahweh Shah. All right. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying is as written, death is caught up in victory. Okay. So that's our sure reward. That's that reward that will last. Okay, having incorruptible bodies, right? New bodies, being saved. Okay. And we get James 1 and 12 and close it. James 1 and 12 reads, Blessed is the man that endures temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. Okay, right? Which is the crown of life is ultimately eternal life, right? You know, and that the temptation is ultimately, you know, that MOTB, that's the biggest one. Okay, if we endure that temptation and we receive salvation, and we will receive that crown of life. So I'll close here by giving all honor and glory praises to Yahweh, Bashim 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 Kadash, to next sensation.